What is up, breath of fresh air? It's your boy Patrick coming at you with the latest breath of fresh air, and we are going to talk about a very interesting subject in my favorite sport. So let's get right to it. MLB lockout. Y'all are under the microscope. Let's get it. So as of this morning, or Thursday morning, the MLB and the MLBPA, which is the Players Association, so Major League Baseball and the Major League Baseball Players Association, have not agreed to any terms for a collective bargaining agreement. So here we are in a lockout, which I guess you can call it a lockout. I really don't know if it should be a lockout since players are not playing games, therefore they're not getting paid, so therefore there's really no exchange of services and money. I call it just a good old-fashioned negotiation. Let's call it what it is. During this lockout, as you know, players cannot be signed, free agents cannot be released, so this is a really interesting situation for all of MLB as much as the Players Association. I do want to say this. What it boils down to, and what it always boils down to, is the mighty dollar. And this is nothing different. I mean, this is all about money. And that's what it boils down to. That's it. And I don't know yet if it's greed yet, because we have to go through collective bargaining agreements about every 3 to 4 years in the MLB. I think the last one was in 2016, so that was 5 years ago. So maybe about every 5 years. So we had a pretty good we had a long run. I mean, they were able to negotiate for the past 25 years. The last lockout was in 1994, I think. So yeah, we've done it for 25 years. So hey, congratulations to MLB and the Players Association for at least getting it right for 25 years. So here we stand. I am just going to pick out a couple of key points, mostly one on each side of the negotiation table, and go over those a little bit, and then tell you what my thoughts are, and y'all can see where the conversation goes after that. So I'm going to start on the MLB side for the negotiations, and it's very interesting what MLB wants. They want to move to a 14-team playoff system. That would cause I really don't know how they're going to do that. I guess they would take the that would be 7 teams on each side. So you got 7 teams in the AL, 7 teams in the NL. Your top number 1 seeded team, I guess, would be the one with the best record, would get a bye week, and then you got 3 series on this side and 3 series on this side, and then once you bring them in, that would mean you would have a winner of each division, and the one with the best record gets a bye week. The other 3 will play 3 wild cards. What it kind of sounds like to me. And then obviously when you eliminate 3 teams, you got 4 teams left, 2 more series, and we're good to go. So it's an interesting concept. The Players Association is opting for agreements with 12, but nobody's really wanting to give up. Nobody's wanting to give on that, obviously. So it's kind of interesting concept of having 14 teams with a bye week. At least that would eliminate the exhibition game that I hate so much. But that's an interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I would probably agree with the 12, because 14 teams seems kind of more like a consolation prize. And hey, congratulations, you got a okay record.
My crew always.
So I don't know what in the world is going on. Let me cut that off. Then on the other side, with the Players Association, they want to have player or salary arbitrations, which boils down to this. What an arbitration is, or a salary arbitration is that right now, as a rookie, if you come in and there's two things to this one. As a rookie, you come in, you get your rookie salary, and then you negotiate for your salary after your rookie year, or 2 years after your rookie year, and then you can make that money from 3 years out. So you have to give 3 years in your rookie deal, and then you get a lucrative offer from the team. But then there's also disputes that they want the rookies to be able to, instead of 3 years, they want to be able to do it at 2. So there's that. And then you got disputes that would go up to the CBA, that if there's a pay conflict between the team and the player, then it goes up. The team sends out a salary, the player sends out a salary, and they pick which one is the best one for that player, and that's how they go with it. So they want to change a little bit of the player arbitrations, which honestly I kind of figured they would kind of go through that way. I don't agree with the salary thing, with them picking one or the other, but I see where they're coming with it. They're really wanting to get the middle waged players making a little bit more money, so that it's not really a higher tier player getting paid all of the money. So truthfully, I kind of see a salary cap coming for baseball eventually, because it is going to get crazy, because I think Freddie Freeman for the Atlanta Braves, who is, he's in limbo right now, seeing if he's going to get which team he's going to land on. But, last time I checked, he wants a $400 million 10-year contract. So I kind of see a salary cap coming at this point here pretty soon. Maybe not during this negotiation, but soon it's going to happen. So, but that's a couple of things that I saw on it. It's very interesting. I do not feel, honestly, after reading a lot of the stuff, I really don't know if they're even going to they're going to make it to spring training, because neither side, from what I understand and what I'm seeing, is giving leeway to any of it. So they are really pretty much at a standstill on what they're wanting to agree with what baseball wants to do and what the Players Association wants to do. So interesting situation that we're going through. But as of right now, during this Shorty, I kind of suspect that we are probably not going to go have too much of a season next year. I do want to go into that real quick, because this is a Shorty and I'll make it really quick. But I will say this: if baseball does miss a season, I don't know how many fans they're going to bring back. COVID was one of those. Okay, I get it. It's COVID and everybody stopped, so we'll come back and see it. But the fan base from lockout to lockout to lockout, and I mean, you have to look during the 70s. There was a lockout almost every other year. So, and then in the 80s, I think we had about one or two, and in the 90s we had that one. So MLB is going to have to, the MLB and the MLBPA is going to have to get it together and start coming up with ways to stop lockouts and that, because you're really going to hurt the fan base. So, personal opinion, hope y'all see that, so that you will realize, even past all the money, you do have a fan base out there that's willing to pay. And if you ain't willing to take our money to come and see games, then somebody's going to go bankrupt, and it ain't going to be us. So with that being said, that's what I'm breathing on. You know what you got to do. You got to smash that subscribe button, leave some comments, feedback. Let us know what we're doing, good, bad, ugly. It don't matter. We always love the feedback and always respond to the comments. So until next time, deuces.